So hi everyone, today we are starting with the first classical problem, to sum. So in this, what actually is happening is we have been given a numbers array. So this numbers array contains integer numbers and we have been given a target. Target will be a sum of any two numbers from this particular array. So we need to search for any two numbers from this array and sum up to a target. So in this case, the output is 0 and 1 because nums of 0 and nums of 1 is summing up to the target. So let us understand this. So let us begin. So we will consider an array of numbers. So let us consider it to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is our array of integers and our target for now is suppose 5. Okay, so what is the brute force approach that comes to our mind? Brute force refers to the basic approach that we can think of. So the basic approach could be what? I would select this first number and try its summation with all other numbers. So 1 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 1 plus 4 is how I would go. Then I select the second number and try 2 plus 3, 2 plus 4. We need not go backwards as 1 plus 2 is already done. Then we select the third, then 3 plus 4 and so on. Yeah, this could be our brute force approach and it could be achieved with 2 for loops as we all know. So over here, 2 for loops from for I equals to 0 to n, and the second for loop from j equals to I plus 1. J will run from I plus 1 to n. So when suppose I is 0, so 0th position is 1. So for now I equals to 0, so our number is 1. And when j is I plus 1, that is 2. So we will sum 1 with 2. Then j increases because 1 plus 2 is 3 and 3 is not equal to the target 5. So j will increase. So j will increase from 2 to 3. So we will do 1 plus 3 which is equals to 4 and 4 is again not equal to 5. So j will increase from 3 to 4. So 1 plus 4 which is 5. Now we got our match. 5 is equals to 5. So we have got our target. So we will return the value of I, j in form of an array. So this is what we are expected. Now what the thing is happening is this for loops are nested and hence they will take big O of n square time complexity, which is a bad time complexity of course. So we are going to think of an optimized solution. So what could be the optimized solution is whenever we come for such questions where we need to get some target by summing up any two integers of a given array or something. Yeah, so in these types of questions we usually use hash maps or arrays. Okay, this has to be remembered in such type of question where we need to use two numbers and form a third number or complement type. We use hash maps and arrays. So in this case we will be specially using hash maps. So how will we tackle this? So let us rewrite our array was this and our target is 5, isn't it? So what are we going to do is we are just going to consider one for loop from I equals to 0 to n. So when I is 0, our number will be what? Number is 1 on ith position. So we will search. First of all, we'll create an hash map. Okay, this is the key, this is the value. Okay, so we will search is this target minus number, because this number plus another number, this is number 1 plus another number is going to make our target. But is this another number present in our hash map? So suppose, first understand this whole and you'll get it. Suppose n is 1 and what is n2 then? Because n1 plus n2 is forming our target and we have got it that n1 is 1 plus n2 is our target 5. So can we say that n2 is equals to 5 minus 1? Yes, right? So now we will every time search that is n2 present in this particular hash map. Okay, so let us clean this message. Okay, so we are right now dry running. Okay, this is the most important step in interviews. This is the way you need to dry run your answers. Okay, so for loop I equals to 0 to n, we are going now. I is 0 right now. So what is our number going to be? Our number is going to be equals to nums of 0 which is 1. Okay, so our number is 1. So let us find the complement. Complement is target minus number as we discussed. So it is 5 minus 1 which is 4. So is this 4? present in our hash map? No. So what are we going to do? We are simply going to add our number to the hash map. So let us add 1 to the hash map, and what was its index value? I, which was 0. Okay. Next, we are going to increase the value of I from 0 to 1. Now I is 1, so our number becomes a nums of 1, which is 2. So over here we write 2. So target will be, this time the target will be 5 minus 2. So 5 minus 2 is what? 3. So is 3 present in this hash map? No, 3 is not present. So we will again add the number. So number is 2 and its value, that is I, index is 1. Okay, so let us increase this to 2. So now 2 is this 3, 0. This is 0, 1, 2, right? And 3. This is how we calculate our array. So second index is 3 right now. So target is 5 minus number is 3, which is 2. Is 2 present in this particular hash map? Yes, 2 is present. So we got our value. We will be returning the value of 2, which is 1, comma the value of 3, which is I, which is 2. So 1 comma 2 will be our answer for this particular question. So it was pretty easy and simple. Okay, so let us code it over here. So what are we going to do in our first step? Create a hash map to store the complements. So hash map, we will be creating of integer key value pair, right? So integer, let us name it as hashmap hm equals to new hash map. Okay, so we have created our hash map. The next step we are going to do is create our for loop. So it will run from int I equals to 0 to I less than n. What is n? Nums dot length, the length of these array. So nums dot length and I plus plus. In the next step we are going to calculate our complement. So int complement equals to whatever target we have got in the function minus our current nums of I. Now if our hash map, that is hm dot contains key is the function, okay, so if it contains this complement, then we will return the complement and I, right? Else what we are going to do, if it does not contain, we are going to simply add this complement to our hash map, right? So hash map dot put, for this we will write in after this the function. So over here hash map dot put nums of I comma I. Okay, so this is the way we inputted inside our hash map. And if this for loop, after this for loop also, if we don't get our target, though it is written that assume that each input will exactly have one solution, but in order to avoid the syntax error, over here we'll return -1. -1 is like, in fact we have to return an array, so we will return an array of int so that we do not get any syntax error. Okay, so over here what are we going to do is okay, let us simply return this as new int -1, and over here we are going to return what? Our map, hash map dot get, first of all this complement, okay, comma I. These are the two things that we need to return. So how are we going to return? We are going to return it in form of an integer, in fact new integer array which will have this two values. Okay, so let us run this code and check. So yeah, let us submit it. Yes, so this is the way